French girl shave.
Un plus américain.
What are Americans? I can't speak for
Les États-Unis, c'est un pays d'Amérique du Nord.
Ça a été fondé au XVIIe siècle, en 1620, par des colons britanniques.
C'est la plus grande puissance mondiale.
Gouverné par Barack Obama.
Il parle anglais là-bas.
Il y a 51 États.
Il a une population de 300 millions d'habitants. Pas grand-chose.
On est habitué à se dire que les Américains c'est des abrutis, ils connaissent que leur pays.
Je pense pas qu'ils sachent beaucoup de choses de la France. Je pense qu'ils sont très en marge du monde et qu'ils sont un peu incultes. Et que...
French kiss.
Yeah.
I know that you have the Eiffel Tower. Yeah. And that's about it.
C'est pas forcément vrai, mais bon, vu qu'on est influencé par les médias, j'aurais tendance à dire que oui, ils connaissent moins la France que nous on connaît les États-Unis.
Personnellement, j'aimerais croire que c'est juste un stéréotype et que finalement les Américains, enfin les États-Unis sont assez ouverts aussi, comme nous on peut l'être, et qu'ils se renseignent assez sur le reste du monde.
Sark?
Edith Piaf.
Cool.
I know that there's Moroccan French and Senegal French. And yeah.
It's very diverse. Lots of African people.
I do know that as far as discrimination and that stuff exists as well in France too. Like.
Non, je pense qu'ils savent même pas où se situe la France.
I know that it's in Europe.
It's squarish. It's in Europe.
It's not something we really study in school unless you're talking about maybe older French history, but nothing more current or recent.
Alors je pense qu'on a tous la vision un peu des Américains qui sont assez centrés sur eux-mêmes et qui sont pas très ouverts au reste du monde.
Assez retranchés sur eux-mêmes, je veux dire, assez bornés.
My assumption from media and other things is that French don't like Americans.
Je dois avouer que pour moi, avant d'aller aux États-Unis, l'Américain de base, il était soit gros, soit il jouait au football américain, soit il était un peu, on va dire, le playboy du lycée. Donc pour moi, c'était pas forcément des gens relativement intelligents.
And everyone there thought that Americans were stupid and they were all really sophisticated and like above everything. They're like, Americans are so stupid! I think they might see us as pretty stupid and consuming, yeah.
Ils sont gros.
Pas gros.
I bet they think we're all really fat because we eat like really fatty foods.
Probably fat.
Probably as fat.
Ils mangent beaucoup de McDo.
Eating food a lot.
Extravertis, n'ont pas peur du ridicule.
Americans have the reputation for being really rude, like really kind of out there.
Probably they probably see us as weird too.
Probably lazy.
Yeah, lazy, that's a good one.
Je les vois genre racistes, genre tous ceux qui ont voté pour Bush, ouais.
Ok.
We're French and we like to have sex and drink wine.
Ce qui les laisse un peu perplexes, c'est notre facilité à avoir des grèves tout le temps.
Je me souviens avoir rencontré une femme à New York qui m'a dit que pour elle, la France c'était Paris et forcément c'était un lieu de romantisme.
Well, I thought that it was like the city of romance. Or no, not the city, like the country of romance, and it was all...
They're very stylish.
Je pense oui, mangeur de cuisses de grenouille ou quoi que ce soit, un peu beau sur les bords.
Not that much, apart from stereotype of being kind of snobby.
Ils mettent du temps à gagner la confiance des Français. Les Américains me disent que quand ils sont par exemple à Paris ou à Toulouse ou dans les grandes villes, ils ont beaucoup de mal à être invités dans la maison de Français. On les invite au restaurant, on leur parle dans un café. On a parfois honte de les emmener chez nous, ça les épanouit.
Well, unfortunately, I think there might be that stereotype that like French people don't like Americans, like
Ce qui est pas vrai du tout.
But I know that for a fact that that's not true.
On a souvent été critiqués, je pense. On est des mangeurs de grenouilles, on est des gens un peu spéciaux.
That's what they told us in the US. When France eats escargot, and it's delicious to them, and they love snails. And I was like,
They have berets.
we eat baguettes all the time and stuff like that.
You guys get your assumptions from?
Parents, TV,
TV, peers.
And parents, families, culture, media, TV, books, newspapers. What do all those things have in common? Is that they come from the outside in. I'm receiving them. They're not coming from the inside out. A lot of times when we assume things about people, if I look around this room, we can easily make assumptions about everybody sitting in this room. To me, that's a very oppressive thing, meaning that it holds people down. It puts a cap on their experience, basically, on who they are. So how do we start to shift that, to move in an opposite direction?
Open yourself out to people and kill those assumptions and stereotypes, and also don't judge.
To seek first to understand and then to be understood.
Thank you.
L'esprit des Lumières et de la littérature.
La liberté.
Qu'il y a un gouvernement assez équitable.
Les bords de mer l'été.
Zidane. Ce qu'ils préfèrent eux, c'est pas le McDo.
Le McDo.
Je vais à McDo.
Les hamburgers.
L'argent, les voitures, la nourriture.
Like the fact that fast food, it's gotta be the fast food. Yeah, it's gotta be fast food.
Football. American football.
Okay. People are friendly, definitely friendly.
It's very diverse.
A lot of different people from other countries come here and cultures blend together, so I like that part about them.
I mean, we have a lot of freedoms that you wouldn't have in other countries.
A lot of freedom. Pretty sure that's alright. Well, more than other countries. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Have a lot of freedoms, like free speech.
Yeah.
Our freedom of speech.
The fact that we have freedom and that we're allowed to speak our mind who we want.
I like that we do have freedom and we have rights.
I guess all the freedoms we get.
Je pense qu'ils sont relativement fiers de leur pays, considérés comme un ensemble, pris comme un ensemble.
The shape of it. I just don't like the shape of it that much. We need to get rid of Florida. And like Texas, yeah.
Economic-wise, I'd change the ratio of I and no. So bring everybody down back to the middle.
Okay. Maybe if I could, I would definitely change the students. Maybe if they could get more involved or watch more news or listen to the radio instead of just sticking to our own communities or sticking to watching television shows or something that's not really going to help you.
I would change how Americans are so lazy. I'd get America more active.
Okay. Probably the healthcare system. I don't know, it's devastating.
I would create more jobs.
There's definitely a lot of racists in our country. I mean, I think that's like that in a lot of countries.
Less racist kids. That'll be nice.
There's a lot of like racism in the it's really bad. Probably how terrible we eat, because we eat really bad.
I don't like that we're always in a war. Every 4 to 10 years we're in a war. I'm just like, can't we just stay out of people's business for like 20 years? 20 years. Can we stay out of other countries' businesses? Seriously, that's what I'm wondering. Structurally, I hate the whole things around capitalism and how we are so advanced and we're this big powerhouse nation, but we can't provide health care for our citizens. I think that's just stupid.
It's our fault. This could be a democracy, but it's not.
Yeah.
We just lay down and let the corporations.
And
like, they were asking us, do you feel French? And everybody was like, I don't know, I'm first Moroccan. Like, nobody really knew, like, if we felt French or not. And so we were like, we have to know if we feel French or not, or American or everything, we have to define what is feeling French. And that's the way we understood if we felt French or not. Like, because people have different definition of feeling French. People were
when
like,
you're kind of stuck between cultures, have you ever at a certain point in your life rejected one completely or switched around? Like when I was younger, I did not want to be Chinese. I wanted to be only American. So I kind of gave up on Chinese culture.
I went to Morocco, people told me that I was not Moroccan, and in France they told me that yeah, you're French, but you have something on your face that is not French. I don't know what.
Your nose.
Oh, it's okay, we love you.
Okay. But I had the problem for 2-3 years, and I felt very bad, not at ease, even at school. But now I really don't care about people's mind, and when they ask me, so what's your nationality, what are you, I answer, I'm French. And if they told me, no, you're not French, I ask them to go to hell or something like that.
They look at me, they're like, well, she's got light skin and green eyes, so she's got to be mixed. And that explains why she acts so white. I'm like, but I'm not. Both my parents are black, and I live in this completely black culture. Like, my mom, she actually didn't let us watch, like, Cinderella and Snow White and all those things until I didn't see those movies until I was about 14, because she didn't want us to think, oh, that's the only way you can be pretty is if you're white. And then because I've grown up in the Seattle culture, when I go to places like Atlanta for like a family reunion, they're like, you talk so white, girl!
There was a lot of fragmentation or within the American society itself. Like, a lot of what I'm seeing and hearing is different from what I would have with my family. So it's not just the American culture, it's not just a culture, it's a series and a lot of cultures.
Like they're like subculture, like they're like, there's not one American culture, I don't feel like. Like when I, like, because not all Americans are the same, you know what I mean? There's like French, like they're like Moroccan French and like, Senegalese.
What is it? Senegalese. Two different, what are Senegalese?
French people, so I think it's like different. So I don't know.
Peut-être maigrisser un peu, non?
To French people?
Yeah.
We aren't all fat, live long and prosper.